At 60, many think that sexual potency is over. But what if the problem is with your breakfast? This video reveals the natural foods that reactivate circulation, balance hormones, and strengthen your erections safely, scientifically, and without drugs. Watch to the end. You'll understand how to get back to feeling desire, energy, and confidence, starting with the first meal of the day. Subscribe to the channel and share it with those who need to regain vitality at 60. From the age of 60, many men believe that desire decreases simply because the body is aging. But what few know is that, most of the time, it is not age that causes the loss of strong erections, but small habits accumulated over the years, especially in food. What you eat in the early hours of the morning has a direct impact on your hormone levels, blood circulation, and the production of nitric oxide, which is the main responsible for penile rigidity. And most importantly, these factors are reversible. Studies carried out by the National Institutes of Health point out that up to 80% of cases of erectile dysfunction over the age of 60 are linked to metabolic, inflammatory, and circulatory issues, and not to purely hormonal causes. This means that you can get back to having firm, natural, and long-lasting erections by adjusting what you put on your plate, especially for breakfast. The first food that has shown consistent results is fresh pineapple, rich in bromelain, an enzyme that improves digestion and has a strong anti-inflammatory action. Pineapple helps balance hormone levels and depuff the body early on, improving blood circulation. Bromelain also acts directly on the production of serotonin, which improves mood, reduces stress, and favors increased libido. Another essential item is Peruvian maca, a tuber grown in the high regions of the Andes and considered one of the most potent natural aphrodisiacs in traditional Andean medicine. According to a study published in the scientific journal Andrology, men who consumed maca daily for 12 weeks showed a significant increase in the quality of their erections, sexual desire, and overall physical stamina. Maca works by regulating the hypothalamic pituitary axis, which is responsible for hormonal balance and the natural production of testosterone. The third food is the egg, especially when consumed boiled or poached without vegetable oils. Eggs are rich in choline, vitamin D, and complete proteins, fundamental elements for the production of testosterone and the synthesis of nitric oxide. In addition, they provide good fats that keep the brain active and the nervous system in perfect working order, which is crucial for proper sexual response. A powerful breakfast option that combines these ingredients can be a natural pineapple juice with mint and maca powder, accompanied by 2 hard-boiled eggs and a slice of real whole wheat bread, made with real whole wheat flour, without sugar, without preservatives. This simple combination offers everything the body needs first thing in the morning to activate circulation, balance hormones, and arouse desire naturally. It is also important to talk about golden flaxseed oil, which can be included in small amounts, such as a dessert spoon a day. Rich in omega-3 and lignans, this vegetable oil contributes to cardiovascular health and the elasticity of blood vessels, facilitating penile irrigation and preventing mild and moderate erectile dysfunction. It is a natural and safe alternative for men who want to improve their performance without resorting to medication. It is worth remembering that all these foods must be inserted in a context of healthy habits. Sleeping well, taking regular walks, controlling stress, and avoiding excess alcohol are measures that work together with diet to reverse low sexual potency. A study conducted by Harvard Medical School reinforces this approach by showing that men over the age of 60 who follow a diet rich in vegetables, fresh fruits, seeds, whole grains, and good fats have fewer erectile dysfunctions than those who follow diets rich in processed meat, fried foods, and simple carbohydrates. Another detail little commented on is the coffee. When taken pure, unsweetened, and in moderate amounts, about 200 milliliters a day, it can increase circulation and stimulate the production of dopamine, which is related to pleasure and motivation. But when consumed with a lot of sugar or mixed with vegetable cream and industrialized cookies, the effect is the opposite. It inflames the body, reduces nerve sensitivity, and causes insulin spikes, directly affecting potency. The secret is to turn breakfast into a moment of activation of sexual health and not sabotage. A meal rich in natural nutrients with fiber, protein, and inflammation-fighting elements can completely change your body's disposition and even your self-esteem in less than 7 days. And this is not theory. In a research carried out at the University of Milan, 60 men between the ages of 60 and 75 followed a meal plan focused on functional breakfast. After 3 weeks, more than 70% reported a significant improvement in the quality of their erections, without the use of medication, just with a dietary change and a light physical routine. If your body isn't responding as it used to, the answer may lie in what you've been putting on your plate as soon as you wake up. And it's never too late to change that. When we talk about sexual potency after 60, many men automatically think of fast-acting medications, as if this were the only possible solution. But what science has shown more and more clearly is that the male body has a natural capacity for hormonal and vascular recovery, especially when supported by the right foods and a functional lifestyle. The key is to break the silent cycle of inflammation and nutritional deficiency that has been building up over the years, and that cycle usually starts at breakfast. Let's delve into the main mechanisms that explain why certain natural foods have so much power over erectile function. One of the most important elements is nitric oxide, a compound naturally produced by the body and responsible for dilating blood vessels. Without it, the blood does not flow strongly enough to maintain a firm erection. And what few know is that the production of nitric oxide depends directly on foods rich in arginine, citrulline, magnesium, and antioxidants. Watermelon, for example, contains high levels of citrulline, which is converted into arginine within the body, stimulating the production of nitric oxide. When consumed on an empty stomach or right after breakfast, watermelon can improve blood oxygenation and amplify the vascular response during the day. And the best, no side effects. Another powerful and often overlooked food is pumpkin seed. Rich in zinc, iron, and vitamin E, it helps keep testosterone levels stable and favors the proper functioning of the prostate, 2 factors directly linked to sexual vitality. A tablespoon a day, added to plain yogurt or a morning smoothie, is enough to reap visible benefits. Almonds and walnuts are also worth mentioning. They contain arginine, selenium, and polyunsaturated fats, which are essential for nerve health and the transport of hormones through the blood. Studies show that men who consume nuts frequently have a lower incidence of erectile dysfunction and greater sensitivity to touch and sexual stimulation. Another crucial component is magnesium, a mineral that acts in the regulation of sex hormones, in the production of energy, and in the conduction of nerve impulses. Magnesium is present in foods such as bananas, whole oats, pure cocoa, and even coffee, as long as it is consumed without sugar and in moderation. A good suggestion is to prepare a morning smoothie with banana, vegetable milk, oatmeal, cocoa, and a pinch of cinnamon, which also helps control glucose and stimulates metabolism. It is worth remembering that one of the biggest saboteurs of erection is excess sugar. When breakfast includes ultra-processed breads, industrialized jams, sugary cereals, or stuffed cookies, the body suffers blood glucose spikes that cause silent inflammation in the blood vessels. This directly affects the elasticity of the arteries and the penile response. Therefore, the ideal is to replace these products with natural sources of energy, such as fresh fruits, sourdough bread, eggs, nuts, and seeds. In addition to food, morning hydration plays a decisive role. During the night, the body loses water and wakes up in a state of mild dehydration, which affects blood volume and cellular oxygenation. Starting your day with a glass of warm lemon water can help activate the digestive system, balance the body's pH, and improve nutrient absorption throughout the day. This also directly impacts vascular health, a fundamental condition for erection. It is important to remember that testosterone, the main hormone linked to sexual desire and the strength of erections, is also connected to sleep quality and cortisol rhythm. When you sleep poorly, wake up stressed, and don't eat well, testosterone levels drop dramatically. But when you sleep for at least 7 hours, get natural light first thing in the morning, and consume nutrient-dense foods, your body understands that it's in a safe environment and naturally begins to regulate sex hormones. Several recent studies confirm that the increase in testosterone and sexual desire in mature men does not depend exclusively on hormone replacement. In many cases, just with strategic nutrition, light physical activity, and a healthy routine, the body returns to producing hormones in sufficient quantities to restore vitality, mood, confidence, and of course, sexual potency. This process does not happen overnight, but the first signs appear quickly. In 7 to 10 days, it is possible to notice an increase in energy when waking up, an improvement in mood, and stronger responses during intimacy. In 2 to 3 months, the body regains a natural rhythm of desire and performance, and this can completely transform a man's emotional, affective, and even social life after 60. And most importantly, no side effects, no dependence on medications, no embarrassment. Just by using what nature offers. The transformation in a mature man's sex life does not begin in the bedroom. It begins in the kitchen. Breakfast is the most strategic time to activate metabolism, reduce chronic inflammation, improve vascularization, and balance hormones. And this happens cumulatively. Every day you make a healthy choice, your body responds. And in a short time, the difference is felt, not only in libido, but in willingness to live. To facilitate this change, here is a simple and realistic functional breakfast suggestion, adapted for men over 60 who want to naturally improve the quality of erections and sexual desire. First stage, digestive and vascular activation. Before any food, drink a glass of warm water with fresh lemon. This activates the liver, prepares the stomach to receive nutrients, and helps alkalize the body. Then have a natural pineapple juice with mint, without sugar. If possible, add a teaspoon of Maca powder, available at health food stores. This combination stimulates nitric oxide production, improves circulation, and prepares the body for the day. Second step, protein, plus good fat plus minerals. Consume 2 hard-boiled or scrambled eggs without vegetable oil. To accompany, include a tablespoon of crushed pumpkin seed or golden flaxseed, which can be placed on a slice of real wholemeal bread, without additives and slow fermentation. The good fats in eggs and seeds are crucial for hormone production, while minerals play a role in prostate and blood vessel health. Third stage, energetic completion. Include a medium banana with oatmeal and a sprinkle of pure cocoa. This combination provides tryptophan, magnesium, and natural antioxidants that elevate mood, reduce stress, and increase sexual disposition. It can be consumed in the form of porridge or smoothie, using unsweetened vegetable milk. Following this pattern for 7 to 10 days, it is common to notice an improvement in energy, concentration, and even mood. In 30 days, the effects on libido and sexual potency are already clearly perceived. In 3 months, the body regains enough hormonal and vascular balance to sustain natural erections, without the need for synthetic drugs. It is important to reinforce that this dietary change does not replace medical treatments in severe cases. Men with uncontrolled diabetes, severe hypertension, or neurological problems should always consult a healthcare professional before changing their diet. But in most cases, especially when the problem is mild or moderate, adjusting the eating routine is capable of bringing surprising results. What the body needs is the right raw material at the right time. Studies conducted by the European Society for Sexual Medicine indicate that men who follow an adapted Mediterranean diet, rich in fresh fruits, vegetables, olive oil, seeds, and fatty fish, are up to 60% less likely to develop erectile dysfunction compared to those who consume ultra-processed foods and sweetened beverages frequently. In addition, there is a little talked about component, self-esteem. When a man realizes that his body still responds, even after the age of 60, he regains confidence, his gaze changes, his posture changes, and the relationship with himself and with his partner is transformed. Sexual vitality is not just about physical pleasure, it's about presence, joy of living, connection with others, and self-love. So if you're looking for true change, start with the basics. Ditch breakfasts packed in boxes and packages. Swap sugar for nutrients, haste for awareness, and tiredness for lightness. Feed your body intelligently and affectionately. Give him a chance to react with health, power, and dignity. Because it's never too late to reconnect with your life energy. And yes, at 60, you can get strong erections again. Just start with the first meal of the day. Subscribe to the channel and share it with those who need to regain vitality at 60.